Theodore, is the food industry worried about what Robert F. Kennedy wants to do? And if so, what are they going to do about it?
I would imagine that they are at least somewhat concerned. There's never been somebody in the position of where RFK could be if he's confirmed as Secretary of Health and Human Services. There have been plenty of people, both in the government and out, who've called for restrictions on high fructose corn syrups and ultra processed foods, but no one as far up in the federal government as he would be. That said, the things that he wants to do tend not to be favored by the party that he represents now after the election. So if I were a major executive of one of these food corporations, yeah, I would be doing what they're doing right now, which is not saying all that much because they want to see what's going to come. But what could he do about it? He could regulate these industries. He could restrict the labeling on these kinds of foods, all kinds of things that Republicans tend not to like. So it's hard to imagine that they're too worried. But if I were a betting man, I would put my money on that he will do something. So that would be a concern.
You don't have to do a full ban to really change somebody's business, right? If you cut back the amount of high fructose corn syrup that's used by 20 or 30%, that radically changes major markets in America for corn and for processing facilities and everything else. Obesity rates 1999 to 2000, 30% of America, 2021 to 2023, 40% of America. So that is a 30% increase over 20 years. Pretty unheard of. This would be the question. Can America afford the programs of RFK Jr. in that eggs that come from, free-range chickens are a lot more expensive than eggs that come from what we would call normal chickens?
I mean, I don't think the question is whether we can afford it. People tend to choose to buy the products that are cheapest. You could subsidize better products for people to eat in this country in the way that we currently subsidize corn, which is used to make all the high fructose corn syrup that goes into the ultra processed foods. What I would be concerned about as an American consumer or somebody interested in these issues is that when RFK says he's going to get rid of such and such of a product or do such and such of a thing, there's not really a detailed plan for how he's going to achieve that in a way that would not cause those prices to go up. So unless he has some sort of method of doing it that defies the laws of supply and demand, I don't really see how you could change the system in the ways that he's talking about doing without prices going up. And the tolerance for American consumers for that kind of thing is historically pretty low.
Just ask Joe Biden. All right, Theodore, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.